Hey, howdy, how's it going? My name is Bennjipie. If you have not seen any of my videos prior on the Skate series or whatever you want to even call it, Skate 4, Skate period, you know, the game itself, let it be known that there will be a link in the description to my main video that has pretty much summed up a lot of the stuff that I will kind of talk about a little bit, but won't fully get into like very in depth. So since I posted that, there's been a couple videos that have come out from the Skate channel, and you know, once again, I will go through my TikTok sometimes and things like that. I'll see a couple clips and I'm like, oh, it would actually, you know, I should probably look at what they're doing. And then I look, see what they've been up to, and I'm like, oh man, I feel like they've somewhat dug themselves a hole. Now, overall, if you're wanting my opinion on the Skate series, you know, even compared to the first video that I made on it, understand that I enjoy Skate. I do think that it being free to play could be a good thing, but microtransactions and things like that could be very bad for it. It's an online only game, so servers are offline. You can't enjoy the game that you could have spent money on or put money into. It's not a good thing. Overall, I don't think that that's great. I think for a game like Skate, we know that it can be an offline game. If they don't confirm it, then that's not a good thing, and they have not. So they've come out with a couple videos, one of which is their 2024 development update. Another one is an update from MCorp, which I believe is sort of like their story sort of thing, and we'll go through them all. And another one was their May playtest, which I don't really need to describe much. They just show gameplay for like a minute, and then they're like, we're still working on it, and that's it. Not really anything interesting because it doesn't show much. It's like a little bit of like, oh, okay, they got some lighting or something. Not really that interesting for their playtests. They also have the Boardroom Episode 5, which is very boring, so that's going to be last. We'll get right into the 2024 development update. I'll describe it all for you, let you know my thoughts after. Out of all the stuff that they talked about, I'm sort of not necessarily nitpicking, but getting all the useful information out of it. It's confirmed, and you know, it has been confirmed, but I'm just saying these are all the things that are within the video itself. There will be crossplay and cross progression on last gen consoles, current gen PC, and mobile. I'm guessing all experiencing the same game. I don't know exactly how that would work, but anyways, they have improved the Flick It system, which is the entire system that Skate 3 is based off of. That's what they use. It's not Tony Hawk or anything like that. It's Flick It. It's what you do with the right stick, you know, all that stuff. We've had this before. I don't know if it was under a different name, but they have Quick Drop, which allows you to just put in different props and things like that to skate on, and rails and ramps and all that sort of stuff. I remember it in Skate 3. It was pretty fun. Never really used it. Only used it to put ramps down to do the glitch to fly up in the air. Other than that, never really used it. They have this new thing called Showdown. It allows you to face against other players, kind of do this like 1v1 sort of thing. I do think that that's kind of interesting. Don't know exactly how that would work though, in the sense of like, are you creating a, you know, how many points you can get in this area? Because I feel like it would be pretty limited to start. Because overall, I do think it's an idea, but I think like you can't do like a death match or like a race or anything like that, because I don't know. It might work, it might not work. Maybe I'm crazy. You know, on the topic of racing, you can go from point A to point B. Just say you go from here all the way to here. Whoever gets there faster, sort of thing. But I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. Or probably horse in, you know, a certain play area. I think that would be cool. They're also having the replay be added back. Skate 3 had this, and it was pretty interesting. I remember I have a couple clips on my Xbox that I'm not going to be able to uncover, but it was something where I know I spent hours doing it, but it looked like shit. So that's always fun. They did say though that with replay that they're going to make sure that it really feels like something that, you know, you can spend a lot of time on and upload it, and you really feel proud of it, sort of. And I think that's great. They're adding gestures. I don't know if this was something that was said before, but pretty much just emotes and things like clapping or whatever, you know, that sort of thing. They're also doing a pop-up activity sort of event thing that like GTA 5 has this, Fallout 76 has this, where randomly in the world there's something that's going on that everyone can congregate towards, that I'm guessing you can earn XP, earn coins or something, earn an outfit maybe. There could be a lot of things that they could do with it. Overall, think that's pretty cool. Don't really know if that's something that we necessarily like. I don't know. I'll get into my thoughts. I'm starting to get a little too far ahead of myself. I'm starting to think shouldn't do that. Another thing is they have almost they said almost, so there's a chance that some things you just don't earn anything for, but almost everything you do in the game will allow you to earn things to place, like objects, rails, whatever, clothes and decks, etc., trucks, all those sort of things. So I think that's great. I think that that's good. They have addressed that, but to be honest, they could change their mind later. That's my only worry, is that they're just like, oh yeah, we had this whole thought, we're not doing that anymore. I would hate that. The map, that they're doing, which is San Vansterdam, it's supposed to be gigantic. It's under construction, supposed to feel alive. Think that that's awesome. They've apparently been focusing a lot on the downtown district, and they're going to be having this sort of thing called dynamic soundtrack, which based on where you are in the map is how sound or like music will be, it'll change throughout the game. So you'll go from this area, it's this bits of music, this area it changes. Don't know how to feel about that. I really enjoyed Skate 3's way of doing it, where it just played the whole time of you doing stuff, and that was awesome. They did say that they are working on a story, but they did not really say much, and I genuinely was like, what the hell? Like, you guys, it's 2024, you guys like announced this game a long time ago, and you still don't have like full stuff on a story. I don't think that's good to say, because that's like important. Like, I don't like that. They want to add as much customization as possible for every character related thing, and I think that's awesome. I think that it's great to have a bunch of customization. That's very important for Skate, because obviously eventually you'll find your own outfit, but it's nice to be collecting things. I love just earning things over time in games instead of just earning just XP or something like that. That's not fun. They have addressed that they are partnering with brands that has to do with the outfits and things like that. Obviously, I believe their main thing was working with Vans to start, which they have used their like 3D model, turned it into their own version of the shoe within the game to make it so that like it fits the art style. I think that's awesome. I think that could be great. You know, keep it related to Skate or something like that. Don't pull a Fortnite. We don't need Fortnite. Like, I don't want Deadpool shit or something like that, because it kind of takes you out of it, because that's something that's been happening with Fortnite. It really takes you out of the whole vibe of the game when there's so many collaborations. It's like, I don't know. They want to build a game that can grow and evolve. They will be doing seasonal updates, and they want big sort of events. I think overall that's great to shoot for. The issue though is that it's online only. So if like that's what they've said pretty much, is that it's online only. There's no words said of offline, and that's, you know, something where that would have been great for Skate 3 or Skate 2. Obviously not Skate 2 as much, but Skate 3 when they could actually update on the fly because, you know, the console that it was on. The ability to now make it so that it's like, it's all live service. It's rough. But yeah, there's no release date. They didn't say anything. They're still working on it. That's lovely. And they're also going to be increasing the amount of players that they're going to add to the playtest stuff. Apparently, and this is what I have found out, is that you can't record or even talk about anything that is in the playtest if you're able to get in. In my opinion, I think that that's fucking terrible. And I don't know if I've said it before in other videos, but I will be, you know, officially saying it now. I'm not signing up for the playtest because I want any bit of info I find out to be spoken about, because the game, I don't understand that. I understand, like, they went from pre-alpha to pre-alpha, so only 2 alphas now, or whatever, only 2 pre's in the alpha, and I overall just don't agree with that whole, oh, you get to play our game, but you can't say anything, and I don't want to do that. I would like to be able to talk about everything, so comments that I get on my YouTube videos, comments that I see in Reddits or whatever, I can use those. If I were to have done the playtest or something like that, I wouldn't be able to necessarily, and that's not good. I don't like that. So I'm not someone who is like a meat writer who's gonna be like, yeah, I took a deal from Skate or EA and now I can't say anything. I'll just give you guys some basic ass news, and it'll pretty much be, you know, they come out with one tweet and I'm like, let's make a 10-minute video, baby. Oh yeah. All right, the next thing is the update from MCorp. Obviously, this is a whole video. They have Tim something. I don't know what his full name is, but he's pretty funny. He's the 55 tacos, 55, you know, whatever guy. Pretty hilarious. I've seen him in a couple TikToks. I know he has his own like Netflix thing. He's pretty funny. He's a comedian, I believe. But yeah, they have him kind of talking about stuff, being like this sort of like employee or whatever for MCorp. I think the overall story is that MCorp is abandoning San Vansterdam, and they wanted to install these things around the place to stop skaters from skating. Mostly just a theory, nothing, you know, official, I would say, besides, you know, the news thing on the screen here where they say that it's abandoned. Other than that, it's just assuming. Some people were saying, you know, it's a big reveal. Maybe they'll have the release date. Maybe they'll have something to do with the story or something. I think it has to do with the story. They didn't do a release date. They didn't do anything for summer or anything like that. I don't know. It's just, or like the Summer Games Fest. There wasn't a whole lot from that video. So, and I believe it came out much before. I don't know. Overall, pretty cool. Once we have like another video following up with that, might piece a couple things together. Overall, I didn't really care for it. Kind of watching it and, you know, everything. It's a bit, you know, comedic. That was cool. It was pretty funny. Some of it was a little funny. I liked it. But I think if you take too far of a look deep within it, you're going to not really enjoy it as much or something. So, yeah. Then they have the Boardroom episode 5, and I'm just going to cut this short. I watched it before, kind of forgot what it was, looked back at it for this video in like my notes and things like that. They just talk about customization, partnering with people, the way that they design things, rewards for outfits and things like that. Overall, like, they kind of say what you want to hear to a degree, but I remember one thing that they said. I don't know if it was exactly in that video, and I'm too lazy to check. I do apologize, but they have said in one somewhere on the channel for their stuff in a video, they could have, you know, they could have taken it out if anything, but there's words, like different wordplay where they're like, you can earn it this way or you can pay to earn it faster. I hope that earning it for free actually doesn't feel like a 9 to 5. And I do hope that if they do a battle pass, they don't just fucking completely ruin, you know, all that stuff. We're getting into my thoughts. Okay, so, you know, quick segue. If they do a battle pass, please do not ruin it. Please do not add it so that there's a time on it where you have to do it in 30 days or something like that. That's not what Skate's about. People play it every now and again. I don't believe that there's a person out there who plays Skate 3, Skate 2, Skate 1 every single day, because that's not how most games operate. It's like a movie. You watch it, you enjoy it, you leave it alone for a bit. You might want to watch it like another time. But if you're going to have a battle pass, an item shop, loot boxes, or something like that, make it so that it's great for everyone. If it's a free-to-play game, that's cool. It's good that everyone can completely access it. But don't fucking monetize the game to shit to where it's unrecognizable. To if someone, like, you can tell that someone who plays for free or someone who plays to pay, or like they pay to play. I do hope it's understood as well that for me, I have said before that I would rather pay the $60 for the game than it be free to play, and the reason for that is so that I can actually earn everything within the game, because that's more important to me. I want to earn everything and get my money's worth. When it comes to a game like this, you have to pay for everything to get it all. That's not fun. As like a collector sort of guy, I really enjoy going from point A to point B, getting everything along the way, and feeling like I can actually have everything. And I don't really like that for a free-to-play game. Recently, you know, XDefiant's come out since that past video that I've made, and free-to-play can be great. Ubisoft has shown that free-to-play can be fun for XDefiant. Besides the fact that it's a first-person shooter or anything like that, you can earn all of the characters, all of the weapons, not all of the outfits, but you can buy a $10 battle pass that you can honestly finish pretty quickly. It's not really that bad. All of it together is pretty okay, but in my opinion, I do think that it's not the greatest thing for a battle pass to have a time limit on it when it comes to anything. Battle passes in general are fucking terrible, and the item shops are terrible, but I do think that it wouldn't be bad to just say like, hey, we have a $20 pack thing that you can buy, and it'll acts to the equivalent of Fortnite. Fortnite has Save the World. Now they don't do it anymore if you buy Save the World, but before a specific update that they did, if you bought Save the World, you were a founder. So the founders were able to earn V-Bucks which is, you know, V-Bucks is the digital currency. You earn it by playing the game, playing Save the World, and then you can spend it on Battle Royale and things like that. That sort of thing is great, and I do think that that is important to do for games that are free to play now. So yeah, spend a $20, spend a $30, and you can earn way more than someone who is playing for free. They could add a couple benefits in there. It's just a couple ideas, and it's really just it's just a food for thought or whatever, you know, some people say, purely because does it really matter? Like, they're gonna do it a certain way anyways. It's just an idea that some people may agree with. Overall, this game could fucking shit the bed. They could absolutely ruin it because they have too many microtransactions, too many things where this area is locked or this area is locked or whatever. If they're trying, like with what sort of the idea I got from their lore, MCorp update and all these other things, it seems like there could be the potential to be unlocking areas as a community or something like that. So they could try and pull like a Helldivers 2 sort of thing, which I think will fucking suck. That's not going to be good at all. Overall, I don't think that that's great. But yeah, that's all your news. That's my thoughts. Understand that I do like Skate in general. I just would like to see it be the best that it possibly could be. That's my respectful way of saying it. I don't like seeing any dumb shit. All right. So yeah. Hope you guys have a great day, great night, great week, great month, great whole rest of the year. It doesn't matter what time of day or whatever it is. Hope that's great for you guys though. See ya.